So do you remember the first time you met Eazy?
Yes. Um, my cousin had a group, not had a group, but formed a group called Above the Law, which was one of the most prolific groups on the West Coast. And back when they came to Ruthless Records in 1989, they was with them in 1988. And there was an individual who's a contributing member of Above the Law named Laylaw. Rest in peace. He's passed. And Laylaw brother was Gomac, who was in the group Above the Law. He was the DJ at the time. So back when they were getting put on, in 1989, I did the 3-song demo in Pomona, and they liked my style because they thought I was different. And my cousin, Cole 187, coined the name Kokane because he said, when we put you out, when motherfuckers see your shit, it's like warning. Listening may become addicted. They gonna get high off the funk like they off cocaine.
Right.
So that was the whole thing. We wasn't advocating, yeah, I'm coming in, I'm selling more crack than Joey Crack. No, it wasn't like that. It was like when you listen to Cocaine,
It's addictive.
you're gonna get hooked because he can do this many style, do that. So once he named me, I did 3-song demo. It didn't take long for me to get signed. When Eazy-E heard it, he was a visionary. See, Eazy-E don't get a lot of credit that he deserves. You know what I mean? But he, in an optimistic way, he was a visionary. You look at cats like DOC, you look at cats like myself, what he did with NWA, he took a chance on all of us and put up his hustle money. Yeah, because he was a gangster and he put up his hustle money. He gravitated towards what Dr. Dre and them did. And you also got to contribute Lonzo, you know what I'm saying, for doing a lot of stuff too at that time. And they had a place for our type of people to be heard, coming from this suppression we call ghettos. And once he heard me, he was like, man, you're going to be real, real big at what you're doing because it's something that's different to the game, and we niggas for life, and we like the name Cocaine. You know, Eazy-E used to be like, man, I got the most controversial name in the game, Cocaine.
Right.
But he loved the fact that we did our funk, and we didn't want to, you know, talk about Above the Law and Cocaine. We didn't want to be called P-Funk babies. So we turned it around and called it G-Funk, and we are the creators of the style of music called G-Funk in '89.
So Nate Dogg is your fault.
Well, Nate Dogg and Snoop Dogg, they auditioned in front of Above the Law and Cocaine in 1990 because originally they were going to be Ruthless artists. And prior to that, in 1989,
Let's back that up.
Yeah.
Originally, Snoop Dogg was going to be part of Ruthless Records.
absolutely. Because in 1989, we used to record at the studio called Audio Achievements, where the NWA studio was at. And Warren G always used to tell us, man, I'm going to bring Nathaniel and Snoop Rock Ski to the game to audition in front of Code 187 Above the Law and myself.
Snoop Rock Ski.
Yeah. After the homie, Cool Rock Ski.
Cool Rock Ski, right.
So when 1990 came, they auditioned for us in Inglewood. You know what I mean? Cali.
Was it anything that we've heard, or was it?
Nah, I remember them coming through the door in 1990. We just put out Living Like Hustlers, which was a big prolific record, Above the Law. And we just came back from London. The only NWA tour was in Brixton Academy. It was NWA Above the Law, Michelin, and Cocaine. And once they auditioned, we were going to put them on, talking about Above the Law. And that was during the time we were about to create the Niggas for Life project. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm on that project. I'm a co-writer because I wrote Eazy-E's 10 Gangster Commandments on that project, just as well as introducing a character called Sweet Talk. Well, all right, y'all across the USC Compton watch. Did we know to walk through the show?
Right.
So we was doing that type of style. And then it was good because Dr. Dre, NWA, all those cats wanted to do something, especially after Ice Cube put out, "Goddamn, I heard
Y'all
y'all said it all. Used to be good."
So so we watched.
Man.
Everybody's watched Straight Outta Compton. How accurate was that part of the movie? Ice Cube.
I would say it's about 35%.
What's missing?
It's a lot of shit missing. You got to realize the success of Ruthless Records opened up because of the J.J. Fad record, Supersonic. They didn't really put emphasis on that. And it was just, 35% true. Ain't no way in hell. My homeboy Eazy-E was riding down the street looking at somebody's bulletin board crying. That's some bullshit. Well, even Ice Cube been doing recent videos talking about, that was 40% true.
Right.
So going back to 1990 and then going into 91, I was able to come out with a record because Eazy-E was considered on West Coast Russell Simmons back then. He was the first one to really make a big. See, they weren't making no big deals. Even on the East Coast, they weren't making no big deals outside of Russell Simmons. Well, he was considered our West Coast Russell Simmons because he did a deal with Epic Records, who was Kokane, Above the Law, and Poor, Broke, and Lonely, Chris the Glove. And during that time, when I was going to come out, they were scared of the name. So Tommy Mottola, Al Masako, Kenny Camisole, I'm calling out names because I remember. They were scared. The FCC laws was getting down on them. They say, you better not say cocaine on the radio. So that put a bad taste in the people's mouth. I'm talking about our organization, NWA. And it was like, well, come on our record. You know what I mean? Do our record. You know what I mean? And this was NWA. So that allowed me to spread my wings and be a writer on the NWA project. And I didn't care at that time in 91 because it was platinum. And I was like Chuck D, who gives a fuck about a goddamn radio? I'm cocaine, I ain't gonna change the thing. God damn it.
You kept the name.
Yep.
Well, you kept working.
Through the years, did it ever cause problems like lost money, lost deals, lost?
Of course. But those doors being shut in my face, versus your God-given creativity, lets me know that, hey, I stuck to the right script because everybody wants you to be what they want you to be. But this is a creative business that we in. You can do a Training Day movie and you can do a Malcolm X movie. Ain't nobody telling you to say the Lung Foundation, this is cocaine. When you're cocaine, you don't love this funk. You don't get hooked. So we never did compromise our integrity for the music just because somebody thought I should sound this way. And it was good for me because it allowed me to work hard. It created a safe haven for me to do hooks because of those doors being shut. So anytime I see any upcoming artist out there that is met against your status quo, hey, when corporates come in, hey, I want you to sound like Kumo S1 and do a backflip. And no, we didn't do that because we were the culture, not the culture vultures. The culture vultures wanted me to change, but because we were so integrated and talk the indigenous language of the hood we call ghettos. Hey, it's just deeper than just changing my name. This is ingrained into the soil where it's royal, where people can relate, where gangbangers can relate, players can relate, your average day street people can relate, because music is a soundtrack to our life, especially when you come from those ghettos. So in retrospect to that, we never did compromise that at all. You know what I mean?
OG shit. OG shit. I like that.
Now, being a part of Ruthless, what was it like seeing the breakup?